Hello. Hello, beloveds. How are you guys doing this lovely evening? Hi. It's me, your girl, Layla Awake. I am here, and I hope that most of you that I've spoke to and earlier today remember. And I did put out a message yesterday that I was going to go live, and so I am here, and I hope everybody had a good day today. I know I did. I had a wonderful day today, and trying to wait till more people come on the live. But I'm here though. Y'all, I don't like to be late. I think I'm a couple of minutes late though, but that's not something that I do all the time. I am a stickler for being on time. But I was kind of tinkering with my phone, and but anyway, I'm here. If you there, let me hear from you. Let me say something, guys. Let me know you're in the room. I'm not one to do lives. I'm trying to get into it more and more. Deciding to okay, so I see two people. Hello. Shay. Hi, love it. Beloved, how you doing? I see Sasha. How are you, sister? How are you? I'm, like I said, I don't normally do lives. Lives are new for me, but I've been planning to come on here and start doing my lives. It's been a long time coming. And so I am finally here now. And once I get everything going on and popping, I got some good ideas, guys. I got some really great ideas that I'm going to be bringing forth. And I'm excited about it. And I want you guys to be excited too. We're going to talk about some good stuff. And so I still got to set everything up to, you know, guys, you know, when you're just getting into the groove of something, you know, it takes a little bit of time. So just stay with me and bear with me until I get it on and popping. Okay. Y'all know I'm used to doing my videos and uploading, and those of you have been following me for some time now, you know how I usually roll. So I'm trying to embark on something new, and lives are new. And so they're new for me. And so I still got some planning to do to bring forth what I want to, you know, how I want to get everything set up. So happy evening. Hello, Sasha. I'm trying to pronounce it right. Forgive me if I don't get it right. But hello to everybody. I'm so glad that you guys are here, and I appreciate you so much for taking the time to come on with me today. I am truly blessed for that, because you could have been anywhere else. You know, there's a lot going on in the world, and everybody is busy. You know, everybody has their own life, and I understand that. And so, and that's why when I put out my message to invite you here for today, I said, for those who can come, I appreciate you, you know, if you can, and I meant that, because I know everybody's busy. I'm busy, but I made this time I set this time aside and dropped everything so that I can be on here and do a live, guys, with you guys. So hopefully everybody is doing well. It's a beautiful time Right now, it is definitely chaotic. I know, I understand, I realize that, but it's beautiful too, in the sense that there are some major changes taking place on the planet that's gonna be beautiful for us and actually for the world. Eventually, it's in the process. So it's a beautiful time right now. Solar flares are they're coming at us, guys. They're coming at us. They are actually fixing us. These solar flares are really strong right now. And I want to tell you guys, this week was the first week in a few weeks that I've been getting to feel better, because I get the symptoms. I do. I get the symptoms. I feel it. And I probably feel it for some of you guys too, because everybody's not getting the strong symptoms, but I get them. So these solar flares are major, and they are definitely. Hi, are you natural Moja? And if I'm saying it right, yes, you're right. You're right, brother, sister. I don't want to mess any names up or anything, but you just gave me a message and it went away before I could read it. But I know it's true because I follow a few astrologists, and they are telling us Venus, Jupiter together. It's amazing. Yes, yes, Venus and Jupiter is together, and we're feeling the repercussions from that. The beauty. Yeah, it's a beautiful time, guys. So y'all know we're not gonna it's not gonna be any gloom and doom for us, because we know what the outcome is gonna be. We already know what the outcome is gonna be. It's all divine, and we already got the memo. Oh, well, thank you. You said shows on you. Okay, natural emoji. Am I pronouncing it right? If not, please separate the syllables and help me out. Because I want to get it right. I want to get it right. Yes, yes. Oh, I did. Okay, I did pronounce it correct. Thank you, beloved. Thank you so much. Hi, Perry. G. Perry. How are you? It's a beautiful time to be alive. How are you guys doing? So, I won't be on very long this time. This is my very first real live. I did a little test a while back, but y'all, that wasn't nothing. That was just a test. But this is a real live. This is what I call a real live. And I wanted to come on and just talk a little bit about the topic devastation to divination, divine nation. Oh my God, you're flattering me, natural emoji. Really, you seem like a pro. No, I ain't no pro. I promise you, I never in a million years would have ever thought that I would be doing this. This is all divine. This is all the universe and the Most High working in me. Um, But I tell you what, it's real. One thing about Layla Awake, whatever you get from me, it's going to always be real. I don't know any other way to be. And I was never real popular growing up because I always had my own mind. I always thought for myself. I've never allowed anybody to think for me. Now, you can give me advice, and if I know that you mean well, and either you love me or you care about me and all that good stuff, you can give me advice and I'll take it. And I'll take it from anyone that, if they mean well. But to let others think for me and live for me, I've never been that person. I've never been that, even as a child. Okay. I I was always kind of strong-willed, and well, when you are a star seed, it comes with a whole lot of beautiful qualities. So so I was always one that would that thinks for myself, and move and dance to my own beat. I'm humble though. The beauty of it all is that I'm very, very humble. Trust me, I am. So thank you guys for coming on. I wanted to just talk a little bit about my topic is devastation to divination, divine Nation. And I chose that topic because there are many of us out there, and I'm going to talk about the feminine energy and the actual female beings. We come on this, we carnate on this planet, and a lot of us, because, and there's many reasons I say because, but the main reason, the initial reason I'm thinking of, is because we came here in complete peace. And I say that meaning everything, in creation, everything was divine, and it's still divine, but everything was imperfect. It was perfect. We had everything we needed, from, I mean, everything. We were divine beings. And before we were infiltrated, we were doing our thing. And then all of a sudden, the most recent group on the planet came, and everything changed. And so when it changed, we changed. We changed. It was out of our control. So they came and they, you know, enslaved us in a way that caused us to become someone, that we were not. And so that was the initial beginning of the devastation. And so when I talk about devastation, to divination, I actually, my focus is really on myself, but I don't want to leave out the fact that we were infiltrated as a collective many, many centuries ago. And that devastation began, which is at the root of whatever else happened later. That devastation started it all. And so but we all have a story. Each and every one of us, we have a story. And many of us, it does not matter, and know that whatever happens in the beginning does not have to um, determine the end. So many of us have a very humble beginning, and I just want to talk a little bit about my uh, my path, and the humble beginning that I encountered as a little girl growing up in Panama City, Florida. That is my Babylon birthplace, okay? And that's when I came on the scene. Devastation was already here, of course, but so many things I experienced as a little girl and up until today that has, actually paved the path for me. And I want to say, in all of that, know that nothing is a coincidence. Now, a lot of things I didn't know through the years, I have found out recently. I have found out so much. Even, guys, what's even more amazing is I have actually found out who I really am. For many years in this indoctrinated system, we forget who we are. And so for me, in this process that I have gone through in the past 2.5 to 3 years, I have awakened. I went through Kundalini in 2020. I experienced the dark night of the soul. It was so painful, but so much needed, necessary, because it has brought me to who I am today. And so, but just because we start out in very humble beginnings does not mean that our path has to be the same in our ending. And I say ending, so to speak. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. And each part that we experience in our experience leads us, it takes us to a different place, and on through our life experience. So we all have a story, and my story begins, like I say, very, very it kind of tragic, initially, and but as I was growing up in Panama City, And the first real tragedy, which I thought was a tragedy, is when I lost my little dog. I lost my little dog, Pup Pup. I was in fifth grade, I think, and there was a family who we always thought was, I don't know, people get envious and jealous about all kinds of stuff about you, and you don't even have to do anything. But anyway, we had these little boys that used to pick at our dog, and all of a sudden one day, Pup Pup was hit by a car, and it was early in the morning. We were getting ready for school, and we heard the screams, the yells from Pup Pup, and we ran outside, and he was dying in the street. Well, make a long story short, that was the first tragedy that I experienced in my life. And then as time went on, when I was 13 years old, I lost my mom in a boating accident. I lost my mom and my aunt, and that my mom had left me some instructions 2 weeks before she passed away, transcended actually, and I didn't realize what those instructions. I didn't even realize they were instructions until later on, you know. And when I finally figured out what her message was that day, 2 weeks before her transition, I I the light bulb came on, and it was the beginning of what I called hell on real hell on earth for me. And so I started. I figured out my aunt and my grandmother tried to take me. I was the oldest child, and my natural father was not the father of my siblings, and I didn't find that out to the day of my mother's funeral. Yeah, what a day for my mother's nosy relatives to pin me against the wall and give me such devastating news on top of what I was already dealing with. But they did that, and so when I found that out, um, that startled me. So that was another thing I had to deal with, is trying to understand why my mother didn't tell me who my father was, my real father, and then trying to find out who and where he is or was. And so it just set me on a path, and a path with so many turns, just a very, 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 very troubling path, actually. And so my aunts tried to take me, and I refused, because I knew then what that message was my mother gave me 2 weeks prior to her death, was she needed me to rear and to be there and rear her 5 other babies. And so I kept telling my aunt and my grandmother that they were wasting time staying in town waiting on me to decide to leave with them. I said, I'm not leaving my siblings. I'm not leaving my sisters and brothers. Are you crazy? And nobody at the time knew the message that my mother had left with me. But the next point is, so I stayed, and I assisted in the rearing of my 5 sisters and brothers. I did the best I could as a young 13-year-old, and eventually, at some point I got my own place, and I got, each one of them, they came one by one. It was kind of hard to get them all at one time, and that's a whole nother story. But through all of that, guys, I didn't realize at the time that I was being molded. I was being molded and strengthening, and I was becoming the woman that I am today. And I just didn't realize how divine a lot of those things I went through. How many of you know that beings that are chosen, that are star seeds, majority of us come from a very troubling path, a very hard childhood. We go through a lot, because during those times, I also encountered several people that were narcissists, and at the time I didn't know what narcissist was, but we go through a lot growing up. Those of us that have that set aside energy. So, but anyway, I don't want to be long. I don't want to be long, going into any details. But I want to say, then do want to mention one more tragedy that really was really hard. My brother, the one next to me, which I'm the oldest, he was murdered back in, I think, was it 1996? He was murdered by a white couple who he befriended. And what's so ironic about that, guys, is that I I was just moving from the city, moving to South Florida. And the day before I left, I went and I picked my brother up and I took him for a ride. And I alerted him that divinely I had been given the information that the people he was friends with were not good people. I told him there's something about him, there's some evil there. And he didn't listen. He did not listen to me. He thanked me for loving on him like that and coming to him, but he did not take in what I shared. Again, that was divine. I was sent to him to warn him. Make a long story short, after I got situated in South Florida, must have been about 2.5 weeks later, my brother became missing. Nobody had seen him, and though there was a sequence of things that took place, and it ended up that those same people that I had warned him about murdered him. And not only did they murder him, but they did some other things that you know um, that aggravated the situation. They did some very cruel things, because we didn't get a body, and uh, and that and that my family almost took me out of here. It did. I immediately moved back to my hometown with a vengeance. I put in a transfer back on my job, and it took my job a year to get me back there. But I went back there and I was on fire and I was on a mission. And I did. And that case, from all the cases that I have researched, that case with white on black crime like that was the first case that I know of ever in Bay County, where I'm from, where there was any real justice. Yeah, we got justice in that case. I was determined. I was a force to be reckoned with in my hometown. So guys, I said all that to say, in 2002, after going through a tumultuous divorce from my ex-husband, who was also my karmatic partner. I know now what that was about, and initially I didn't because I worked so hard to be such a loving wife and a beautiful mother to my two daughters. I have two daughters, yes, and and all of that. But I didn't realize, I didn't know anything about karma in the sense that I do now, and that relationship was all tied to, was a karmatic relationship, and it was also not a coincidence. I had to experience it, and so many other things. I could go on and on and on, but I want to get to the end of the story, as I didn't want to be long here this evening. But I wanted to tell you that there were so many hills and mountains I had to climb to get to where I am today. I mean, so many, too many. And oh, thank you. Thank you so much, beautiful souls. Thank y'all for all the love and all of the encouragement and understanding that you're showing. I thank you guys so much. But I just want to tell you, from devastation to divination, it does not matter how it all begins. It only matters how it ends. And so you can come from all that I have come from. You can come from all of that. And I didn't even scratch the surface, and still come out, smelling like a rose. Because today, guys, I want to say this to you. And for women who have gone through so much, and there's so many of you out there, just being neuromelanated on this planet is a damn, is hell. Trying to work through this system, this evil white supremacist system. So that's just the a part of it. But then we have to go through so much with the things that they've done to us, and they've done to our beautiful men that are fixing themselves today. Our men are fixing themselves. We are going back into who we were originally. But with all that we go through, with all that we suffer through, and all of us, just know that the beginning does not equate the end. You just need to know that. I am a living witness. I experienced it because I have a beautiful life today. I have a beautiful life. Now, what is beautiful to one may not be what beautiful, the definition of beautiful to another. So I'm not into materialistic things. I'm not into big fancy cars and living in a castle and having all the diamonds and gold I'm not into that. Now, and I do have some of those things, but they're not my primary. They're not the most important. When I say beautiful, it is so different than those things. Just being at peace is beautiful. Being healthy, you know, being loved. And not to leave out that I did meet my soulmate back in 2002. And so I am married to the most beautiful soul. I didn't think I would it could did. So it's the things that are not material that I claim beautiful. And when you got your health, just having your health alone is the most amazing thing. But to have all of these other things that I have in my life that I always thought would never come, I used to think, with all the trauma, will I ever? And I have accomplished it. I did ever. I did. I got it today. And so having a beautiful life today and knowing who I am, which is another biggie. I know who I am today. It's amazing to know who you are, to realize that you are divine. You are here for a purpose, and that you have gifts. You have amazing gifts that were given to you in divine order, and that you are able to thrive and live and love and be in peace in spite of all that has happened around you. That the illusion is that everything is crumbling, and everything is crumbling in a sense, yes, but not in a way that affects us, because we are the structure. We are the structure of this amazing planet. It is us that keeps this planet going. And the thing about it is, right now in this divine time, we are ridding ourselves of the trauma that has been on this planet. And so we, as I always say, quoting Robin Harris, we don't die, we multiply. And once we realize that we are immortal beings, that we, the Alpha and the Omega, once we realize who we really are, there is no fear. There is no worries. There is no pain. There is no suffering. And that's where we have to get to that place, to where we realize that, to where we know that we are the it all and the be all. And that's what we are. So guys, I just wanted to come on today in my first real live and talk about devastation to divination. And just kind of give a little brief story of where I come from and how I transcended to where I am today in this beautiful place, in this beautiful life. I just wanted to share that with you. So if you're out there and you're suffering, or you have suffered, and you can't seem to be able to shake it, stand fast. It's going to happen. You just have to believe that it's going to happen. Our thoughts contribute more to our health than we realize, the way we think. And you just have to think positive and just know that you are the greatest and you are going to be fine. You just have to believe that. You have to think that and know that. Know that. And then you have to walk in it just like it's already done. And so that is my message today, guys. That is my message. I plan to I'm in the process of working on setting up a schedule so I can come on and do some more future lives. And I want to do them. I want them to be more structured because that is my desire to do some lives. And then at some point, guys, I have some colleagues that they really want to come on with me, and they've been after me, Layla, when are you going to go on live? When are you going to set up your StreamYard and so we can come on? I got some stuff I want to say. So I got colleagues that are waiting, and so I got some big ideas and I got some thoughts that I'm trying to formulate so that I can make it come to fruition. So I'm working on some things, guys. So just call my name in your meditation and send over me some more good energy. I got good energy going right now, but I can use some more. And whatever you can send, I'm gonna add it to what I got, and we're gonna make some stuff happen. That's what my plans are. So I appreciate you so much for coming on again. I want to thank you so very much. And when this live is out there, I'm going to ask you guys to like it and share it, because I know there's some other beautiful souls out there. There's some women out there that needs what we have. We all got something, guys, to give to the collective. I know there's women out there that needs this message, and I want you to get it. And it just may do something for you. That's my that is my mission, is to, help my people. Y'all know how I roll. Y'all watch my videos. Many of you do. So my mission is to uplift and help repair my people. So that is what I'm trying to do, guys. I'm trying to do my part in this major, mission today. This major thing that's taking place on this planet. So again, I'm not going to stay on. I'm going to sign out. And so, again, I do want to ask you guys to forward this message. And I appreciate you. I'm going to thank you ahead of time for doing that. I love you to life. You are my peeps. I'm going to say peace. Throw that black power sign across my body and tell you again, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum to you. Shalom, namaste, ashe, ashe, and ashe, as I always say. Again, peace unto you. Get some sun and keep your chin up and hug somebody. It's always somebody out there that needs a hug. And I will be back, guys. I will be setting up a schedule, and I will notify you so that you can, know when to come on. And we're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna do it. I'm excited. I love you. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll say to you again. Bye-bye.